time to be thinking about sex.
And at 9:30, Hetty Wainthropp enters another dimension.
It's the shape of things to come. A futuristic stainless steel and glass building that will house a national centre for popular music. It will cost £11 million to build on a site currently used as a car park. At today's launch party, two members of the band Pulp were back in their home city to unveil the scale model.
I believe it's going to be in stainless steel, which again I think is appropriate for this city. I believe we used to manufacture a certain amount of that stuff.
It's said the centre will cover the spectrum of popular music from opera to hip-hop. Interactive displays will allow visitors to trace the history of music and experience how studios and record companies work.
Well, that's all for us for tonight. Join us again tomorrow if you can. We're back with Look North at 6:30. Now, though, here's the weather with Michael Fish. From all of us here, a very good night.
Good evening. It looks as if we're heading for a cold Christmas. Mind you, it'll be even colder as Santa loads his sleigh. Bitterly cold in Lapland and pretty cold when he gets here. Temperatures below freezing virtually everywhere on Christmas Eve. Now, the cold's going to be setting in very gradually in northern parts tonight, and then that cold weather spreads southwards during the next few days, so a widespread frost over the weekend and into next week. And that's only half the story, because we're going to have to contend with some quite bitter easterly winds that will be coming along. They've already affected northern parts of the country even today, and they're going to last into the Christmas period as well. Squeeze between the high pressure as it moves towards Scandinavia and the low pressure persisting over Europe, and some more snow to come, incidentally, for the Alps. If you join me on BBC2, we'll have a skiing forecast later on. Across the middle of the country, we've had an area of cloud and rain, even bits of sleet and snow, sort of as it were going nowhere fast during the course of the day, and it's still there. Very slowly it'll slip a little bit further southwards, allowing some clearer conditions to get into the far north of England, perhaps the far north of Northern Ireland, but most of England and Wales staying cloudy, outbreaks of rain and some sleet and snow mixed in, most of it on the hills, not entirely so, with the clearing skies to the north, a frost, somewhat milder in the south, especially near to the south coast. And then tomorrow, Scotland, bright, some sunshine, just a fleeting wintry shower or two. Northern Ireland and northernmost parts of England, after some early rain or sleet, slowly brightening up and becoming dry. But for most of England and Wales, another cloudy day with outbreaks of rain, sleet mixed in, some snow too. And although it'll tend to peter out as the day goes along, in the more central districts, come the afternoon, I think a greater tendency for there to be some sleet and snow around rather than rain. It is going to be turning colder from the north, still fairly mild in southern parts, at least to begin with, but those temperatures certainly are lower than today's, and with that quite strong easterly wind in central and northern parts, it'll feel quite bitter. Then some frost tomorrow night, as we saw. One or two wintry showers coming in along the east coast on Saturday, the last of the rain and sleet clearing away from southern parts, which leads us into a mostly dry day on Sunday. Again, the odd shower near the east coast with some sunshine. That's all for now.
Marking the 25th anniversary of the independence of Bangladesh, BBC2 now meets some of the immigrants who became the new EastEnders.
Question Time is in London tonight with the Foreign Secretary Malcolm Rifkin, Labour's Overseas Development spokeswoman Claire Short, the Runnymede Trust Vice Chair Valerie Amos, and the journalist and broadcaster Matthew Parris. And of course our audience, eager to get going with their questions and opinions on the issues of the week. Join us at 10:55.
In Lancashire, some things are not always what they seem,
We've not had much to do with the supernatural.
whilst other things are only too real.
My feelings for the young lady are private, Mrs. Wainthropp. They have nothing to do with the agency.
Hetty Wainthropp investigates. Tomorrow 9:30 on BBC1.
He's getting closer to the truth, but will he live to see justice done? Time is running out for Jed Shepherd in half an hour. Comedy first on BBC1 as a little bit of the thin blue line goes green.